already want to move or vacate where they are, it's because there's really nowhere to go to. Now, let's talk about the difficulties you're having, or the challenges you're having in terms of evacuation and reintegration, which I think is also a major problem. You tell someone to move from a place because of the inherent dangers. Where have you prepared for that person to move to? Plus, what are your plans for such people who've been displaced, because flood took over their abode? Let's talk about that for a bit.
When it's a matter relating to flooding, it's a temporary relocation.
Temporary.
One, all over the world, emergency managers always have problems in evacuating people from one community
to another.
There are a lot of attachments. They always ascribe
sentimental attachments.
Sentimental. Some that we prefer to move. We tell the authorities that
they have to
my great grandfather, this we have to go with it. If we have to move, fail to do that, they can attribute it to so many sentiments sentiment, maybe spiritual something. My community, my dad has, they swore over something that this community should not, should never. Some of those things are the challenges. However, in Lagos, when you talk of Lagos or Nigeria as a whole, except in axis like River Niger, Benue, Mambila Plateau, those areas, they are, when you talk of agricultural production, these are highly fertile areas. So moving them out, for them to move, they will move temporarily. The state government can facilitate that. We have different type of roles according to the mandate of NEMA. When it comes to humanitarian aspects, local government, state government must take major part of it because they are closer to the people. Now, we will empower them, we will do everything for them. For instance, Lagos state government have 2 camps where people can be relocated to. However, the global standard is that you don't force people to move.
Even at the risk,
to move if they have options. If they have options. Many, I'm sorry, I'm on here. There are certain parts of this country, when they see their family members in such camp, they will believe it's an insult to the whole family. They would rather bring them to their own family members, to their own
there's
houses.
a stigma thing,
So
with that as well.
That has also been provided for in emergency management.
Let's quickly break this down to the provisions that NEMA, in collaboration with state governments and the federal government, are made available for victims of the flash floods that were experienced.
Let me explain what flash flooding is. Flash flooding, in real sense of it, if you go all over, what we had between Friday to Sunday was not flash flooding. Flash flooding will occur as we are here now. Nothing happens. We don't believe in the next 2-3 hours that will be rain. Flash flooding will just come within a tickle of an eye. Within 2-3 minutes, it will drop. The quantity of the rainwater that will be dropped will be so high that after 10-20 minutes, people say, this rain has gone. But when the rainwater is coming, everything else is bad to take it. That's flash. It will come flashing, and that will kiss more.
So that's like unexpected flood.
That is flash flooding. That's why when we envisage flash flooding, we said whoever is living under a kiosk on temporary houses, move away. Don't move out. If you are within that place, stay there. Don't move out. A vehicle that when you're tired, when the rainwater gets to half of the wheel, that rain can take that vehicle. When a rain gets to your hand, it can take anybody. So we have, in each of the occasions, we have what we can issue out as a warning, and this. That is on that area of flooding. Now, your questions.
I'm asking you the provisions that have been made available for victims of the flooding over the weekend. We've heard about cases in Niger, in Kano. Well, thankfully, no one died in Lagos, but you saw pictures of people who have been apparently displaced.
You see, Ikorodu has this, Ogijo has this, Ijebu Ode has this, Orosoki, Ajeromi, all these areas, especially Aja, Lekki. The major problem we found out there was the drainage problem. Some of them block their drainages, some do not have drainages. Lekki, Aja, most of them has the same problem of drainage, but some of them built their houses high fenced without access for spillage, for excess water to spill out. Then most of them built under, below the road. So the drainage is higher than their floor of the houses. So for water to spill out, it has to spill into the ocean. I know Lagos, fortunately, what we are thanking God is the period, the cessation period, the sea level had dropped. So the sea can take more water. And with the cessation now, since Sunday to this time now, you see most of the water have been
dried up. But when you say that they did not, most of them did not make provisions for spillage, it makes me wonder, whose responsibility is it to build drainages? Is it individual responsibilities or is it that of the government?
Well, let me say this. What we find out in some of the buildings, like in GRA is supposed to be a residential area. If you visit it now, it's becoming a commercial.
It's becoming commercialized, yeah.
So we don't want to apportion blame. We have ways of, we have situation in NEMA where on a daily basis we get information. So at the end of the day, the Ministry of Works will give them a report. Then they on their own will convoke a meeting of all the state ministers.
Mr. Farinloye, Mr. Ford, according to order, whose responsibility is it to build drainages?
It's government.
Is the government. That's what I want to
I
hear.
just want to get
That's what I want to hear.
also if relief materials were dispatched in any form, especially in Lagos, to victims of the flood over the weekend.
As we are talking about now, when we talk of relief materials, you have to do assessment, you have to consider a lot of things. Relative intervention is for people who are totally displaced.
Okay.
What we are talking about is not flooding yet.
And you're saying there wasn't any case of total displacement?
There's no report
in Lagos.
In Lagos, as we had now. But what we are talking about flooding is retainment of water in a particular house for more than 24 hours, and water will not get out. Then within 24 to 48 hours, the real flooding have taken place. But the problem of spillage, free flow of water, it can happen.